Thank you all for being here with us today. Merci beaucoup, miigwech. As we gather here by the shore of Lake Ontario, which is the Huron word for Great Lake, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of the Huron-Wendat, the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Métis, Chippewa, and Mississaugas of the Credit. It has been a site of human activity, including dance, for tens of thousands of years, and we are grateful for the caretakers, both recorded and unrecorded, of this land and of Turtle Island. Today, the meeting place of Toronto is still the home of many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful as an uninvited presence to have the opportunity to work and dance in the community on this territory. For my part, I am a descendant of livyers, or people who lived year-round on the island of Kitakmakuk, or Newfoundland, the unceded traditional territory of the Mi'kmaq and Beothuk nations. And it's important to acknowledge that the European presence on the island ultimately led to the extinction of the Beothuk people. Accepting and acknowledging these hard truths is an essential part of the reconciliation process. Over the last few years, DCD has undergone a major digital transformation. Thanks to Canadian Heritage, the Arts Councils, and donors like you, we are making Canada's dance history more accessible than ever before and providing the means to grow knowledge, aid research, and promote dance to those who love it and those who are new to it. Alongside that digital access, we have invested in a major national touring exhibition titled Still With Us, Stories of HIV, AIDS, and Dance in Canada. Encore parmi nous, récits de VIH-Sida de la danse au Canada. Curated by esteemed artist Christopher House and produced by DCD's indefatigable Jay Rankin, this exhibit honors the artists we have lost, educates generations about a disease that still permeates our society globally, and reminds us of how the dance community rallied to support our own. You can learn more about it at the back table when you have a break. And underlying all of that activity is the collection itself. DCD is going like gangbusters these days. The dance boom of the 1970s has meant that our aging community needs our services more than ever. The collection has grown to nearly 900 bankers' boxes of archival materials, over 1,000 costumes, 30 historic backdrops, including several of the earliest existing backdrops for ballet in the country, 1,500 posters and visual art pieces, a library of roughly 1,200 books, and scores of shoes, props, and smaller set pieces. So it might shock you to know then that DCD operates out of an 800 square foot office. 98% of the collection is stored offsite, inaccessible to the public unless we retrieve it or digitize it. And when we retrieve it to our research center, it's coming to 2 tables in my office. The digital access is amazing. It's how our world operates today, and DCD is changing how dance research is done. But I ask you, now that you've lived through a period where you only had access to dance online, and then you were able to go back to a theater, what did you prefer? I'm guessing the majority here would choose to have the full sensory experience of the theater, where you could walk into our cathedrals of performance, share an experience with others, feel the pulse of the movement, where the costumes, lights, sets, choreography took you somewhere, made you view the world differently, or let you just escape from life's woes for a moment. Isn't that why we see dance in person? To bring our senses alive, to gain new perspective, or just to escape for a moment. So then I ask you, would you rather see Veronica Tennant's Juliet dress in person or on a screen? Wouldn't you rather see it where you can be up close, see the weave of the chiffon and every stitch that holds every pearl in place? As we see those things in person, we can visualize the ephemeral through the tangible. If antiquities, visual art, industrial history, canoes, if they can all have their hallowed halls of discovery for the public, then why not dance? As one of the most innate expressions of our humanity, dance deserves its pedestal. I envision a place where I can walk through the door and be greeted by a towering backdrop, by a cascade of costumes in all their technicolor glory, by images from vaudeville to the 21st century, a gathering place where people can enjoy history, and a studio space where our dances, the truest artifact of our art form, can be recorded, notated, reconstructed, where our dancing past can be danced. The time has come to demand our hallowed hall, to say we were here, we dance, this is our legacy. But I cannot walk that path alone. I need you, all of you. So please join me in creating a space for dance, our hallowed hall. And now, to begin today's celebration, I would like to invite our first host to the stage, artistic producer and intimacy professional and all-around mover and shaker in our community, Anisa Tejpar.